thing. Haven't even looked at anything. Hello, TikTok and Nancy Toe. How you doing out there? And hello, Facebook. There we are. So many things going on here. You guys have no idea. I'm easily confused as well. Well, Connor, we got lots to talk about, even though the opportunity for this team to hit the playoffs has disappeared.
It has slipped from the grasp.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw any of the post-game from Friday. Jack Van Volsen, Caden O'Coin joined us, and I really want to thank them for coming up, because I know that there's a big part of them that really, especially Jack Van Volsen, really didn't want it. He was sad. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. Totally understand. They knew that was the last opportunity to stay alive for the opportunity to get into the playoffs.
Yep. That's adversity, to be able to come up and face the media and answer questions you don't want to do. It's easy to sit back in the room and sulk, but you got to come out and answer questions, and that's professionalism. So congratulations to them on owning up to something that not entirely they control.
It's a part of what they're involved in, right? And thank you, Jack and Caden, for coming up and being in that position. We will have post-game again today and again on Wednesday, I'm told. So some news that I haven't had a chance to talk to you about yet, but Diorio is scratched for tonight. Want to clarify on that. There was an alert sent out somewhere, I don't know, whatever social media gets going, that said he was out for the rest of the season. That is fake news. That is not accurate. It will be day to day. The rumors had already started. You gotta love social media, right? That said maybe he was resting up for U18. That is not the case. This is a legitimate injury. Doctor pulled him for. I'm trying. Did you see something on Friday?
I didn't see. I don't know. I don't think he left the game early. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he played the whole game. I'm not sure.
So who knows if something happened off the ice?
Right.
Bumped into a wall, or I don't know. I don't even know what the injury is. But scratched for this game. Hopeful to be back on Wednesday. Our last hurrah at the Hive. Yeah, and it is going to be wild, I think. I think the fans, we talk about it a lot, but they're still here today. They're showing up. It's Sunday afternoon, and we had 4,100 here. Windsor was a big part of that for sure.
Yep.
And today, Saginaw is showing up, and it's an interesting relationship between those two teams.
Yeah, we've got some pretty nice fans that come down. They like to stick around. I'm sure you'll see them tonight. And it's you're playing for the bottom of the draft at this point, and people are still showing up and ready to have fun on a Sunday afternoon. So it's just always a testament to Sarnia loyal, Sarnia faithful.
100%. Connor, let's go back a little bit over the season. This has been another season where we come out of the gate pretty strong, actually, and then that faded away due to a lot of different things, and maybe some of it was injuries. I was just talking to some of the officials, the penalty box officials, whatever, and it's like, does this team have a curse for injuries?
It just seems like it, eh? We're just snake bitten every time. It's just something you can't battle. It's going to happen, and it's a natural part of life, which stinks, but it seems to happen to us quite a bit.
Yeah. Are there some significant moments that you recall from the start of the year to where we are now? So some plays or players or changes that what's standing out for you this season?
I just like how the way they've never given up all season. It's that's just, I think, pretty important to note. Maybe not been the highest of highlights throughout the year. But had some great saves, some great goals, and some good moments too with the teddy bear toss and Stingo night and all the other things that everybody puts on. I think those are highlights for sure. And every game against London, that's always a highlight for me.
Right.
Hopeful to see more of them next season, and maybe we'll do a little bit better again.
Right. Oh, I'm getting no sound. Oh, okay, hang on. Try that. Can you hear us better there now?
You hear me now?
There we go. Did you plug it in? It was like by that much it wasn't in.
these technologies.
My goodness. I guess that's why you pay attention to your comments.
Yeah.
The changes in there too. Yeah, I agree. They've had that vertical pedal all the way down for this season. Very impressive to that. And coming up near the end, it would have been very easily done to just
throw in the towel.
Right? Didn't happen here.
No, definitely not. It's a strong team. They're resilient, and like you said with the Legionnaires, it's 2 tough seasons, but I think it just builds character. So we'll see all the better for it next season.
Yeah, and you see down there, you can see that. Look at the kids. Like, happy birthday, Logan. So Logan Howery's birthday, I'm guessing today, right?
That's awesome.
So happy birthday to him. And there's a lot of what it's all about right down there, Connor. You see all the kids, the fans, and thank you backs, and they're still really behind this team, which is great to see. I'm going to talk about some of the decisions that have been made with this team, and we don't always agree with, fans don't always look at why did they do that or why did they do this, and maybe we were just talking about Mitch Young. Like there's Lucas Fisher was named captain of this team for a while, and then when he left and went down to Sault Ste. Marie, Mitch Young was actually another one that we kind of thought should be in the running for wearing the big C. Yeah,
I think despite not having the C, he is the kind of a silent leader in the room. You see that on the ice. He stands up for his teammates. He fights. He's always in the mix, and I think he's good at talking to the refs too when there's a penalty called, and I'm assuming it'll probably be his job tonight with Alessandro out.
Yeah.
I think just with him being an overager, it was kind of, you'd only get the last few games out of him, and we expect to see Alessandro back next year, so I think that was just a long-term decision to give him the captaincy, but I think we all know who really leads this team and who's been here for so many years, and just a loyal player and hard worker, and he's played a lot of games, hasn't missed many at all, so it's tough to see him when he went out earlier.
He's had a lot of minutes on that ice, and that's the guys were just talking about why his plus-minus is the way it is.
Yeah.
He's played a lot of minutes for this team. He's come through very strong, and we just wanted to recognize that we thought he was a great leader for this team. And speaking of overagers, tonight is Overager Appreciation Night, so they will be having some festivities out on the ice for the overagers. But back to Friday, even though we didn't get that result we were looking for, there was a lot of shadowing going on there, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. A glimpse into the future. Great to get kids involved and just grow the game as much as you can. It was so cool to hear the announcer and all the goals, and very funny.
I was teasing Josh Boyce. I said, I think they found your replacement for next year. He's like, oh, maybe. Somebody asked me why I didn't have a shadower, and I'm like, well, I do. It's Connor. Well, you're much younger than I am, so like, what would make me think that I'm like you're my shadower?
Sure,
guy,
yeah.
Right? And, look who's here. Well, come in here. If you're going to come in, you want to come on and say hi. Come on and say hi. Look, there's my sister. Yes, I actually have other family. How are you doing? Oh, there you go. We'll be up shortly. Family's here tonight. My sister giving me the brother kiss. And
awesome.
Her husband Scott, and my son Jason's going to be here. I don't think he's been to a game all year, and even Jennifer's going to come by.
Wow.
And then I think you're right. She comes by. Well, it's in the box. I'll go. But okay. Whatever. But
you got your handful up there.
And I think maybe Matt are going to join us up there too, so that's great. But where was I now? Thanks, sis.
Throws you right off track.
Yeah. She's next to Jennifer, my sister's my best friend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean,
shout out to my sister as well.
Mitch definitely carried us through a lot of things. The overagers are going to be represented here tonight, and then what are you? Okay, let's talk more hockey tonight. Like, you're done for the season. I think as far as playoffs go, I think the expectations from the fans is still to see you work hard out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to come to the arena for a reason. You're not here to lose. It's they know where they are. They understand that it's not within reach. But like I said last game, you're not going to go down with a whimper. You're going to go down with a fight. And it'd be nice to see us get a good draft pick in here. But this team is not going to tank for draft picks. It's the last couple games that they're going to get. And they're going to do the best they can show the scouts and their coaches for what they have next year.
And the scouts are here Florida scout is here, so having an eye on some things. And I'm hearing that he'll be back again for Wednesday because Erie will be here, so why not be here for that, right? And I know that Dylan Sika and I think Mark Guy are attending like U18, which is coming up, right? You know, so they're going to be, so they're out. And, you know, when we talked to Jake Borey, whom we had here on Friday, thanks again, Jake, for giving this guy
very much
the interview of his life there. Right on. I know you really, I wanted you to do that, right?
I had a great time.
I knew you would, and you did a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
I'm very, very proud of you for doing that. And I think Jake thought you were a little easy on him.
I guess so.
For the tough question.
We'll remember that for next time.
So, well, if you have a tough question you didn't ask Jake, what would that be?
I think, you know what? I don't really think I was that hard on him. You got to get as many answers as you can get out of him, and especially just with him being on the business side of things. Can't speak too much into the team, but I asked some good ones off camera there, just about maybe the direction of import picks and how we'd like to see some maybe even some goaltending from another league, and gonna mentor someone to speak some English again. You know, we got guys like Karimov, and we've had Russians come through this arena. A lot of them, Yakupov, Galchenyuk. We've had a lot of success with it, so I think I'd like to see a bit more of that.
Yeah. One of the things I love about Jake Borey is not only is he here as in business, but his heart is in it. And he's a fan. As a hockey fan and as a Sting fan, I know there's some things he'd like to see as well, and I know we talked a little bit about that. But the future really looks bright for not just this team on the ice, but the whole organization with, you know, just north of $1.2 million being invested into the arena. They've made some arrangements with the city of Sarnia, and he was very clear that what's happened this season is unacceptable.
He did. He was straight up about it. He didn't beat around the bush. I think he realizes it's the first time in our history of since 1994 that we've missed the playoffs 3 consecutive years in a row. So it's a good answer. It's harsh. It's right on the nose. But I agree. I think as a fan, it's unacceptable, and it's tough to see. But you know, we're going to be here. We're going to be loyal and trust the process. I think that's
ironically winning. Or it would be ironic to win against Saginaw tonight,
right?
For a couple different reasons, right? Obviously a Memorial Cup team last year, so you'd want to beat them just for that bragging right. But they're the ones that really held us back in the sense of who we had to beat to even stay alive to get to the playoffs.
Right, and we were chasing them, and we played them multiple times, and I think it would be a good way to go out to show them that, you know, you may be ahead of us in the standings, and you may have got that last playoff spot, but we're just right there, you know, we're almost as good a team, and I think they're going to be pretty hard on them tonight. Maybe see a couple tussles even. Mr. Burrows.
Do you think when you win against Saginaw tonight, does that kind of deflate Saginaw's ego a little bit going into the playoffs?
Sure, and I think it probably gives the team that they're going to be playing a little bit of bulletin board material. You know, you lost to Sarnia.
Yeah, right.
So I think that, for sure. I think they want to give them the hardest shot they can, and give them as tough as they can in the first round of the playoffs, because we didn't get it, so you're going to need them. You're going to need the help.
Yeah, right on. More changes to talk about that's happened over the season, and we got Wednesday again. We can talk more, but you know, we saw the coaching change that happened from Al Letang, who I think about 5.5 years with this team, right?
Yeah.
Which by hockey standards, it's a pretty long time.
It's a long tenure, you know. It's half a decade in one city, and he played here too. So you know his commitment to the city, and I'm sure how hard it was to go overseas and uproot the family. So
again.
So that's a testament to how hard all these coaches work, and it's a new era with Matthew Turcotte coming over from another league. It's a whole new journey for him, and I think once he gets a full season under his belt, and maybe he'll have, like I said, maybe he has some changes in mind for his bench, or someone he'd like to add that he's been with his whole career. So I'd like to see something happen.
Had a good chat with him trading card night the other night, Wednesday, I guess that was, right? And jumped in there. I butted in line and got my picture taken with the coaches, who I honestly think have done a really good job. And Matthew Turcotte, what I've seen so far, seemed like he knew what he was coming into.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, that all has to be a part of the consideration of, do I join this team? Do I uproot my family, leaving Montreal and coming down here, different league altogether, and what direction does he want to take on a personal level? And then to come into something challenging like this really says commitment.
It does, for sure. Like you see, you know what you're coming into. You see a team that's struggling. Obviously, you lose a coach for no reason, right? If you're at the top of the standings, you don't really fire your coach. So I think he knew it was going to be a challenge, and there's a lot on his plate ahead of him. But he seems like the right man for the job, and he's pretty hard on the guys. I think he's not. I don't know if you'd call him not a player's coach, but maybe just like strict, hard on the nose. This is what I expect out of you, and I'm not going to take no for an answer.
I feel he's very straightforward. Like I said, getting to talk with him the other day, he was a little more like human. We look at him as coach, right? And they're solid and all that, but had a nice, fun conversation with him. We joked around a little bit, and then he was open about a few things as well, and in confidence that I was like, you can just tell when somebody's genuine about what they're doing. And, of course, the rest of the hockey staff there as well. All right, tonight, here we are, Saginaw. We talked about the reasons why we want to beat them. What do we have to do to beat Saginaw? This
is a tough one because, you look at that first line with Barabanov, Klipov, and those are just very dangerous players. They racked up tons of points this season. I think they're coming up on 100 pretty close. So that's going to be your number one challenge, I think, is shutting down that line. And obviously scoring goals. He's had a hard time with that all season long. And, I've got a little bit more of a challenge now with Alessandro out. So you're kind of relying on guys like Wallace and Jack Van Bolsen and Edwards to step up a little bit and hope that you can put some points on the board, because you're going to need it, and you're going to have to shut that line down because they are very talented. If you just watch them, they move the puck so well. They know where they are, where each other is at all times, and what a wrist shot on all three of those guys.
I want to predict Easton gets the first goal tonight.
I dig it.
Okay.
I'll contradict you and go with Beckham Edwards. He's going to get the first.
And I feel like Mitch Young's going to be in there somehow.
He is, and I believe you'll see Brenner Lehman's right out the gate too. Sure he'll be trying to get under
with a goal or a fist.
I'd like to see both, but I'm
sure
we'll see a little bit of.
I see how he opened that door for you.
Sure, a little bit of digging under the skin is going to be done.
All right. Well, there isn't a whole much more we can say about this except go Sting, go for sure. We're still behind this team. The fans are showing up here to show that they're still behind this team. And
it's a busy Sunday afternoon.
It really is. And Wednesday, of course, back here against Erie. Be looking forward to that team as well for a final, if you will, at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. We will have post-game press conference here tonight. So keep an eye out for that. You never know who's going to be. Interesting to see who shows up. I'm going to predict maybe a Dylan Sika or a coach or something. Give the players a little bit of a break.
I can see that.
Depending on how it goes, you never know. If you get a player that does something significant, it could be anybody. So check us out for that. And TikTok, thank you for letting me know my sound wasn't working and letting me know that you're here listening. I'm actually going to cut it short now. I'm not waiting for the anthem because I want to go up and spend time with my family.
Well deserved.
And enjoy the game up there as well. But we will be back here for, I don't know if you're coming back or I think you're coming back, and maybe we'll have Jay Peckham. I'll talk to him about
Sounds good.
We'll give you a break.
I saw he was a season ticket holder of the game last game.
Oh,
so
wow.
He must have said enough because he was quite upset when he saw that I had gone.
I texted him. I said, see what whining will get you?
That's what you get in this life. You just got to.
Kudos, though, 25 years season ticket holder.
Oh, that's so loyal.
From the start. And he's got the full 4-season set of all the hockey.
What a collection.
So
I hope he's got that in a safe somewhere.
He's definitely a zealot for sure. All right, that's going to be it. Here we go. Dedicated to Jay Peckham. How does he get in there? Every time. Why am I even